So for the assignment, I'm thinking about doing a whipped shortbread cookie. It is a recipe that my mom has been using for like ever. It is one of my favorite cookies. Melts to your mouth, it has a little cute little cherry on top, and it's so delicious. But we need to get the ingredients. And most important ingredient of this recipe is butter. It can't be margarine, it has to be good old butter. And we need about a cup. I need a cup. That's not a cup. I guess we gotta wait till we're allowed to leave the... Oh no. Shh.
From Home Depot, how doers get more done.
You know what? Sometimes you have to take risks and sacrifices to get what we need in life, right? And I need butter, so I need to make that sacrifice, to take that risk. Dad, I need butter. I need butter. Go give me more butter. Why?
You picked my dog.
I did not kick your dog. We don't even have a dog. You wouldn't let me have a dog. And then, when I asked why would you get a dog, is it was my fault. Remember? Because I was bad. Well, I wasn't bad. I was perfect. I just need some butter. Okay?
Don't kick my dog.
Oh, fine. Alrighty. The chip for the butter have been completed, and we have everything we need. Now, let me show you what we have. This is what you need. Obviously, you need like a good cookie sheet, a regular one, I guess. Cutting board, a sharp knife, a paring knife is fine. Doesn't have to be a big old thing or anything like that. Beaters. If you have a stand mixer, that'd be awesome. I don't have one, so this is gonna be fine. 2 tablespoons, just so you can scoop the batter out. A medium-sized bowl, and for ingredients, about a couple of maraschino cherries. We're going to quarter those, that's why we need that over there. A cup and a half of flour, all-purpose. A quarter of a cup of cornstarch, and a half a cup of icing sugar. And the glorious sacrificial 1 cup of butter. Also, your oven needs to be preheated to 230 degrees. I don't know why, but I have everything to light on or I get frustrated. Alrighty. So as you can imagine, maraschino cherries are pretty simple. You just quarter them, kind of like that, little pieces. Just so we can just shove on top of the cookies. Now, trying to do this with hand is not really that great of an idea, but you know. You don't have to use cherries. If you don't like these kind of cherries, you can use almonds or coconut or anything you feel would go great on this, on the top. I wouldn't put chocolate unless you want to melt it on top after, because you put it in as it bakes, you will burn the chocolate. So don't put chocolate on there unless you want to drizzle it on after. That's fine, but don't put it before. Alright, I'm just going to finish these up. Alright, so this is all the quartered up maraschino cherries. Now, if you see one that's like looks really big, you can cut it up again. I got about 24 pieces there. That's how much it usually makes. And I usually just put this aside. This can go over there, and you can just get rid of the cutting board because you won't need it anymore. C'est la vie, as they say. Having the butter warmed up, but don't have it like melted or overly soft. Just enough to, you know, get the ball rolling. And you're just gonna mix all these ingredients together, except for the cherries. Cherries goes on last. Just give that a. I'll break it up a little bit. The cornstarch, icing sugar in there now. I like to give this like a manual kind of a mix so it doesn't go too much over the place. Make sure it's on low so it doesn't fluff everywhere. Alrighty. And probably this still do. Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, like that. And then I'm going to put in the flour now. This is the flour in now. I'm just going to do this tappa tappa tappa. And alrighty. And just keep going like that. As you can see here, this does not look good. But that's because it's not done yet. So don't worry about it. It's going to look very crumbly at first. This is okay. This is what it's supposed to look like. But you just got to keep going. You really just got to be patient with this recipe. This recipe is more about patience than about anything else. So just keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. We'll get more of those clumps, and those is actually a good thing. It means it's starting to come together. And what's happening is the butter, well, as it is mixing with everything else in here, it's actually gonna soften it up and turning into a fluffy kind of dough. Well, not dough, kind of just like a mixture, like a light whipped cream almost kind of mixture. So keep on, keep it on. Kind of looks like sand. I'm sure you can make sand castles if you wanted to. So it looks like a typical shortbread batter. You are not done. Not even close. You still got a long way to go. But man, when these are done, they're sure sweet. You gotta keep on whipping them up. Now you can turn your whisk on higher as we go along, but don't overdo it because you don't want to, overdo it. So basically what's going on now is that you got it pretty much like a typical batter for shortbread, and now we want to whip it to get some of that nice air bubbles in there. So it is still like a yellowish color, and that's like a golden brownish kind of color. That's an indication that it's not ready. Oops, it's trying to touch on to the blender there. So it's getting softer as we whisk it. As we whip it with the squeeze. My gosh, no wonder I have no friends. That's okay. Because I got shortbread with cookies. So it should look like this. Nice and fluffy and kind of looks like whipped cream and delicious looking. And don't turn around the flippers because that would be bad to have that shoved in your face. Now the recipe says to oil it, but you can also use parchment paper. I just less like it to burn because that's a little bit of insulation. Because with these, they can burn easily on the bottom and no one wants that, right? So you take about this much. You can use another spoon to take it off or just use your finger. It all depends. It all depends on who you are. So now you take your little cherries and stick them in the middle. And then we get them off like that, like pretty.
Yeah, that's a nice sized cherry, that one.
I like that cherry. That one's cherry's pretty.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're going to shove these in the oven for about 15 minutes. Watch these guys, because as soon as they start to get a tiny bit brown at the bottom, they're done. Don't let them burn, because they burn very easy. And there they are, fully done. We just took a spatula and then we moved it from the pan. We're putting the rest of them in there. And as you can see, there's a very, very light tint of brown, very tiny, tiny. That's when you want to take them out. And you don't really want to touch them till they cool down, but this is what they're supposed to look at the bottom, very light. And they're delicious. I like them cold, so I'm not going to touch them until they're completely cooled down. But aren't they pretty? Yeah. Yeah, boy. And here we go. It's just like super fluffy. Oh, it's like so soft and buttery, and oh my gosh.